Okay, so starting off this video, I need your guys' help with something in the comments. How the hell do you say this guy's name? Is it Honus? That's what I always thought it was, and then people are now saying, no, it's Honus. It's short for, it's like a nickname for Hans. How do you... What? He's gonna be Honus from me until something is proved otherwise, but if you think it's different in the comments, please let me know. Anyway, this Honus Wagner collection came into the game last week. People were really excited when they saw the card. You know, the card looks absolutely nuts. I mean, the 99 overall card with the top tier speed, the really good fielding. He's gonna be a diamond fielder, so he's gonna get those animations over at shortstop. 123, 125 contact, power almost at 90 for both sides with 125 vision. In my opinion, this is the best shortstop in the game and one of the best cards in the game because, I mean, look at how many positions he can play too. He can play first, third, left, center, right, shortstop. Like, he is not a one-dimensional card. He can do so many different things. So when this card came out, people were super excited, and then they saw the way that you actually unlock the card and the barrier to get this card, and people started to get a little bit discouraged. So the collection for Honus Wagner is honestly insane. You have to collect 60 signature series cards to go along with 50 rookies, 60 breakouts, 80 all-stars, I think 25 veterans, 30 hardwares, and 15 postseason cards. So there is so much to collect in this game, and I wanted to give you guys the tips that I'm using to try and complete this because I do plan on getting Wagner at some point or another. It might be in a few weeks, it might be in a few months, it just depends on how lucky I get in the game and some things, you know, coming up. We'll just have to wait and see. But I wanted to give you guys the way I'm going about it because I know people are, you know, deciding if they should or if they shouldn't. So if you find this video helpful, if you think these tips are going to help you complete the collection or whatever, make sure to hit the thumbs up button on it. If you want to stick around for more MLB The Show videos, make sure to subscribe. We're getting closer to 90,000 subscribers, so I'd appreciate each and every one of you who hits that button. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about how I'm going about this Honus Wagner collection. So my first tip for you guys is not necessarily a way to complete the collection, but a way to take advantage of it. The first thing you really have to do is you have to sit back and you have to think, do I actually have a legitimate shot at completing this collection? Because I'm going to guarantee you guys, most people are not going to complete this collection. The 60 signature series cards alone is going to move a lot of people away from it, not to mention the rookies, breakouts, all-stars, etc. So really sit back and think if you are going to complete this collection, because if you're not, you can take advantage of it because a lot of cards are priced higher than they should be because of people trying to get this card. So I mean, if you go over here to some of the you know, let's go to postseason and take a look at some of these cards. Eddie Murray is sitting at 22,000 stubs. He was sitting a little bit lower in the last, or before this collection came out. His price went up because more people are trying to complete the collection. Also, that goes for some of the other cards. Stan Musial, his buy now price is now up to 7,000. He was down to like 6,000, 5,500 a couple weeks ago, or last week even, and then the program came out, and all of these cards are going up a little bit. So if you truly don't think that you have a chance to actually complete this collection, if you don't realistically think that you're gonna get Honus Wagner, you know, maybe you're gonna play some other sports games like Madden, or maybe you just don't have as much time during the week to play, so you don't think you're gonna be able to collect all these cards, take advantage of the collection by selling cards that have value now. You can make a better profit now than you would before because now people actually have a reason to go after a lot of these cards. So, you know, that goes for everything, not just the diamonds. You could get some stuff for some golds, like the breakout Kendrys Morales. If you have this card from the event, he's going for what, 5,800 stubs, 4,600 buy now. The D Gordon, I believe, is an all-star card. He's going for, I believe, like 10,000 stubs. Yeah, 13,000. He was going for 10,000 yesterday, so his price is even going up. If you guys have cards that you're not using that could have value in the collection, sell them and make some stubs off of that. Anyway, so that's the first tip I have for people that, you know, may not be able to complete the collection, but now we're going into people who are actually set on completing this collection. So the first tip I have for you guys, if you really think you're going to complete it, is take advantage of the XP reward path. There are a ton of different packs that you get in this XP reward path, and even the ones that don't seem like they're that good of packs, like this one, look how many breakouts and rookies and, you know, veterans are in this pack. pack that you can get just by playing in the XP reward path. I know a lot of you might not really get very many of these packs anymore because you're like more deep into the path, but I mean, you can still get these cards for pretty cheap on the market if you need to, or if you just have them sitting in your inventory, take advantage of the fact that you get these cards for free and you don't have to spend any sort of stubs to get these. The XP reward path was kind of the way that they replaced the ticket counter, the way that they wanted to reward players for just putting time into the game, because in the past, if you got the ticket counter, you got tickets and you could use those for cards. Now it's just time and XP and all that stuff. So it also works in the high diamond pack. So these are 3 free signature series cards right here. There are 3 free hardware cards right here, 3 free all-star cards right here. So these cards are just going to be sitting in your inventory. You can't sell them anyway, so you can just go ahead and collect them. And then you've got, of course, the 99 pack, where you have the 5 different 99 overall signature series. There's 8 signature series just sitting there in the XP reward path to go along with all the other cards, as well as the 1 of 30 pack. And then you've got this gold choice pack for a gold flashback or legend. Like, just take advantage of all the different free cards it gives the XP reward path. So that's the first big tip I have. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, Team Affinity. This is where a lot of different people are going to get a lot of different cards. There are like 60 different cards you can get from Team Affinity that are all over. Rookie, breakout, all-star, veteran, all that stuff. And all you have to do to get some of these cards is just do some exchanges and then do the 250 innings. So if we take a look at one that I'm probably going to do, right now for the Cubs, I have 25 program stars. I need to get 50 if I want to get the postseason Kyle Schwarber. Now, if we take a look at the progress I've actually made, I've completed the first 2 collections, and that's where all of my stars have come from. 15, 10, that gets me 25. If I do the next exchange, that's going to get me 20, which would put me at 45. And then after that, all I have to do is do the 250 innings with the Cubs. And if you stack your team with Cubs players on the entire roster, you're going to get 81 innings per game. So if you have a full team of 9 Cubs starters and you play the full 9 innings against the CPU, that's 81 innings. 9 times 9 is 81. You only have to play a little bit more than 3 games in order to finish the 250 innings. So you do that with the 3 collections, that's probably going to be the fastest way for you to complete each Team Affinity. And right here, actually there's 90 cards. Never mind, I did my math wrong. I forgot there were 2 cards before you get the big diamond one. So there's 90 cards in Team Affinity that you can get. Right here, there's a breakout, there's an all-star, and then there's a postseason. That covers 3 different collections right there. So make sure to take advantage of Team Affinity. A quick way to go about doing some Team Affinity collections, because I know the 60,000 stubs or the 60,000 exchange points can be a lot. Exchange golds, man. Golds are going to be in your inventory, and especially live series golds. Like right here, I have 2 extra Ketel Martes. That's 20,000 exchange points pretty much in the exchange, and you go and buy him on the market. He's like 1,300 subs a piece. You do that with the 2 you already have. You can exchange some other live series golds that maybe you're not using, like you're not using Bumgarner, you're not using Ohtani. You exchange your 2 Ketel Martes, and like, oh wait, I'm not going to use David Peralta, this Robbie Ray, or this Trevor Story. You know, be careful with roster updates and stuff. You don't want to exchange free golds, but you know, you can just take advantage of the golds that you have, because those go for a lot of stubs, and those go for a lot of exchange points, and they're only roughly 1,000 to 2,000 stubs, so you can finish these exchanges pretty quick. So that's one big way I would say go about doing these exchanges, just because it's pretty easy to do. And the next tip I have for you guys is, it's going to sound kind of annoying, but really it's just to be patient, because I know a lot of people want to get this card as soon as they can because they see the card is so good, but realistically it's going to be kind of difficult for you to get the card, because you know, you're going to have to pay a lot of stubs and you're going to have to buy a lot of cards in the market. If you're patient with the collection, you can actually get this done for a lot cheaper, but you just have to wait a little bit. So for example, like right now, postseason, you need to collect 15 postseason cards, right? Currently in the game, there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. There are 18 postseason cards in the game, and you have to collect a total of 15 of them. I guarantee you guys, by when the postseason rolls around, there's going to be more postseason cards added in the game. There's probably going to be some easier ways to acquire them. There's going to be some cheaper ones. So you can actually just get these for a lot cheaper if you just be a little bit more patient. Rookie and breakout and all-star, those those cards we're probably not going to see too many more of them. We're going to see a lot of signature series cards coming out, so those ones you might be a little bit more stuck on if you haven't completed them already. Like All-Star, I have 54. There's some I'm going to get from Team Affinity that I don't have to buy. I still haven't even gotten the 87 Chris Davis from Mills Moments. That's a free card sitting for me right there. So just make sure you're keeping an eye on these and you know, just taking advantage of the ones that you can get. The signature ones are probably going to be the hardest ones for most people, but remember, you do get a lot of free signature series by playing in the program. Like the program pack had Garrett Anderson, I think was it Brandon Phillips, and I think Jack Morris. Like those are 3 signature cards sitting there that don't go for a ton of stubs. Remember, cards like Aubrey Huff isn't going to be that much. He's going to be around 11,000. Travis Hafner, I wonder what he is going for right now because he was an event reward. He's going for 13,000. So you can get some signatures for relatively cheap prices. Adam Wainwright's a free signature series card that you can get. Like, you know, there's a lot of different ways to get signature series cards, but most of these you are going to have to spend some stubs on. So just be ready to do that, man. There's the signature series choice pack you can open up. I wouldn't really recommend going that route because you have to spend 40,000 stubs to get the pack, and then if you pull something, it's probably going to be worth 20,000 stubs for most players. If you get lucky, you can actually get a better signature series card. You could sell them and then buy a couple with those stubs that you make. So I would stay away from it though because the risk is just too high for the reward. But remember, I still am waiting on 2 signature cards. I got Duke Snyder, I've got Joe Morgan sitting here. I'll get those guys once I hit level 100 diamond. That's 2 more right there. So just take advantage of it. Be patient, man. Don't worry about getting everything right now. Just kind of play it as it goes, and if you be patient, you're going to save yourself a lot of stubs in the long run. So those are some of my tips on how to complete the Honus Wagner collection. You know, I wish I had some easier 100% tips. Like the rookie cards, a lot of these I got from, or these are breakout. A lot of these I got from those packs in the XP reward path. A lot of these I got from early team affinities. This one right here, Taiwan Walker, along with some rookies. I think this one's rookie. You've got George Springer. You've got Paul Molitor, Billy Wagner. If you go over to your moments, these cards are actually available in the wild card moments. A lot of people kind of forget about these moments because they're just kind of like whatever. But like Chipper Jones is a rookie card right here. Paul Molitor, a rookie card. Taiwan Walker, breakout. George Springer, rookie. Billy Wagner, rookie. Paul DeYoung, rookie. Like there's rookie cards that are just sitting here that you don't have to spend any sort of stubs on. You can also take a look at some Sony Partners moments. Like there's a hardware Bryce Harper sitting right here. Signature series Adam Wainwright. All-Star Chris Davis. All-Star Cliff Lee. Breakout Griffey. You know, like there's just a ton of different ways to get some of these cards. You are going to have to spend some stubs on some at some point, so just keep that in mind. But those are kind of my tips on how I'm going about completing this collection. If these tips helped you in any way, make sure to drop a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. Down in the comments, let me know if you're going for this Honus Wagner and kind of what your route is, because some of those suggestions might help some other people. There might be some ways that I'm not even thinking of. One thing I know some people are doing is quick selling cards that they're not using after they're already collected to get some more stubs to buy more cards that they need to collect. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. Just let me know which way you're using. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. You guys know what to do if you did. I will see you in the next one. Peace.